Hello, Alden Altenay here. Welcome to Media Queen TV. Today I am going to share with you my awesome media magic steps on how to gain free publicity. It does come in the shape of a wand with my IP model. I have my magic wand here, which just goes to show that anything is possible for you when it comes to publicity and putting yourself out there, building your fame, your fortune, your freedom, and leaving a legacy. So my awesome steps to gaining free publicity. Now, the awesome does stand for something. It is an acronym. And the A for the awesome stands for articulating your story. So what is it that you want to promote? Now, if you have a great product, service, or message and not enough people know about it, then most likely you have not gained free publicity up until now. This is one of the best ways I know that you can boost your profile, your authority, your credibility, and you will have people coming to you looking to do business with you as opposed to you going out and seeking business. You become a magnet for media once you start to get media. So what is your story? Articulating your story. What is your product, your service or message that you want to put out to the world? Now, the fact is your X factor is your story. So no one else out there has your story. You're 1 in a billion just by being born. What is your story? What is your product or service that you want to get out? So the A is articulate your story. Now, in my 37 years media experience, I've worked in TV, radio, and print media. I have seen people who have been very nervous about getting publicity. Once they get clear on their message and their brand and what it is they want to promote, and they have the right support, it's amazing what they can do. And literally with my clients through my media business, AA Expose Media, we have helped gain over $1 billion worth of free publicity with TV, radio, print media, and also now, of course, online media is huge. Podcasts, online TV shows, massive opportunities, a whole lot of online news sites as well where you can promote what you do. There's about 1 million podcasts just in the US alone that people are looking for people to interview on. Okay, so no matter what field you're in, no matter what your background, if you know 10% more than someone else, you can actually teach that. Okay, so once you get clear on articulating your story around whatever it is you want to promote, the W of the awesome steps is to work the angles. Okay, so working some angles. So as an example, we just had Valentine's Day on Sunday. This is one of my clients here, Louise, who's written this book called Single Again and Again and Again. Now, we put out an angle to media with this in line for Valentine's Day, saying how to be happily single and avoid depression for Valentine's Day, because actually Valentine's Day with a lot of people who are lonely and single, they often end up depressed, and worst case scenario, they end up suicidal. And Valentine's Day actually statistically starts a rise in suicide rates, which peak in April each year, according to stats. So we really wanted to help people who are feeling lonely and who are single around Valentine's Day to give them some tips on how to be happily single. And Louisa, with that, she was interviewed on 107.3 FM here on the Gold Coast, also on 4ZZZ in Brisbane. And also she has been asked to feature in a book now called Kin, which is being put out by University of New South Wales, about her story of being a single mum by choice. So that is part of her story and how she came to write this book, Single Again and Again and Again. So articulating her story around this, so she wanted to promote her book. Her story is that after a series of failed relationships, she decided to get a sperm donor and become a single mum by choice, and her whole journey around that, how that's come about for her. And this is a fantastic empowering book for women, particularly who are feeling hormonal, who might be getting to a certain age and thinking, gee, when am I going to have kids? Because obviously there's a time limit on that for women. And wondering when they're going to meet the one. She talks about all of that and what to do when life doesn't go to plan. So a really fantastic book. And that was an example of an angle that we used to get publicity just in the last week for Louisa, who is based here on the Gold Coast. Now, the W is working the angles, as I say. So that was some ways we work the angles around Valentine's Day. So when you're looking at working the angles, look at what are some current things that are happening at the moment that the media are already talking about. So, for example, we have International Women's Day coming up on the 8th of March. So that's something that people can tie a story in with. And there's another client I have at the moment, which is the Gold Coast Magic and Multicultural Families Organisation, which are doing a group arts exhibition called MAST. And MAST is celebrating the health workers during COVID. And it's a whole lot of multicultural artists that are doing artwork with masks. And it's called MAST. And that's a great one that's being launched at One Arts Gallery, great exhibition, at One Arts Gallery in Isle of Capri on the Gold Coast on March 5, in line with International Women's Day. It's a whole lot of female artists and a fantastic story celebrating cultural diversity as well. So that's something we are tying in with International Women's Day coming up. There's a heap of events out there. We've got Easter, we've got Mother's Day, we've got Father's Day. We've got, whenever I do my animal action events, I tie it in with World Animal Week, which is from the 4th to the 10th of October. So that's normally when I will do an animal action event. I've done 14 annual events now, and I tie it in with that. So there's always a day or a week or something going on where you can tie in with, or you can create your own events. So on the 8th of the 8th, 18, I created a Global Good News Day. And in June last year, I created a monthly Global Good News Challenge to help promote more truth and good news in the media, to help lift people's spirits and help decrease depression, anxiety, and suicide rates. So you could create your own day or tie in with something that's currently already in the news, or there could be something that's just hot off the press, something that's just happened that you can reach out and you can help with that. So, for example, when the farmers were in drought here on the Gold Coast, when I was working at the Gold Coast Sun, a local real estate agent decided that they would do a barbecue and they would help raise funds for the farmers that were drought stricken to help the farmers. So, you know, what can you do to be of service to your community? Because that's what journalists are looking for. They're looking for people who are doing great things for the local community. Journalists are looking for stories that are going to be of interest to their readers, their viewers or listeners. And they do not just want education. They also want to entertain. Okay, so it's edutainment world at the moment, right? We want to entertain and educate at the same time. So how can you be entertaining with what you do? And the E here of the awesome steps now is elevating your profile. So elevate your profile for the E. So we've got articulate story, work angles, and elevate your profile. Now, with elevating your profile, what you then need to do once you're clear on an angle that you're going to tie your story in with, we then need to look at how to package that up. Now, I do recommend that you do a press release to go out to media with. You do not have to do a press release to get publicity, but you will increase the chances that journalists will get the facts wrong if you do not do a press release. Okay, so you want to really make the job as easy as possible for a journalist. And I know, having been a journalist for years, we had 500 press releases would come our way every single day, roughly, and a lot of them would end up in the bin because they were not relevant and were not newsworthy. Okay, so when we're looking at elevating your profile, you need to then package it up. So you need a good press release, you need good photos or visuals, and you need to pitch it effectively. Okay, you've got about 45 seconds to get your pitch across to journalists, so you need to be very snappy and to the point. Okay, so that's the E of the awesome steps, is elevate profile. S is now where we get entertaining, and that is startling the media. Okay, how can you startle the media with visuals or videos going along with what it is you want to promote? So, for example, with Richard Branson, he is known as the PR stunt king, and Richard Branson dressed in a wedding dress to launch the Virgin Brides venture. He also put a spacesuit on when he launched the Virgin Galactic venture. He posed as a Zulu warrior to launch flights to South Africa. So what is something you can do to be creative and visual with what you do to get more media coverage that way? Okay, so there's the S, is startle the media. O is owning your power. Now, I know a lot of people are very nervous when it comes to getting media, so it's important that you do the inner work so that you build the confidence in yourself and you get that you are worthy. You are definitely worthy to be putting yourself out there. And if you're not putting yourself out there as the expert in your field and someone else is, then that's a huge missed opportunity for you. Okay, and there is plenty of room in the market for multiple experts in several fields. However, there's only one top dog, right? There's only one top dog. And if I think of personal development, I think Anthony Robbins, I think health, I think Michelle Bridges, I think finance, I think Noel Whittaker. These people all had massive publicity, and they're probably not teaching anything that a lot of other people wouldn't teach. There's nothing really that spectacular about them and about what they're teaching. And the fact is they've packaged themselves up in a way and put themselves out to the media in a way that the journalists have found what they're talking about very attractive, and they have done stories about it. And that's what makes them stand out for you, and that's what makes more people come to them and pay them more as opposed to paying you more, because you haven't got that authority and credibility yet, potentially. Okay, and if you want to build that, then publicity is the way to go. And a lot of people are just not using this strategy because they don't know enough about it. So that is the O, is own your power, build confidence in yourself, get that you have a fantastic message to share, do the inner work if you need to. There's fantastic courses out there. I've done a lot of work with Landmark Education and plenty of other courses. So there's lots of ways that you can find support in that area if you're feeling stuck or you're finding fear coming up for you when it comes to putting yourself in the media. Okay, it's all right to have a little bit of fear and face the fear and do it anyway, I say. Build that courage in yourself. Build the muscle of courage for yourself. Okay, the M of the awesome steps is to master interviews. Okay, there's certain things to do before, during, and after interviews to really maximize your media coverage and make the most of your interviews. And what to do when journalists ask curveball questions. Okay, that's very important. There's all sorts of things you can do there to get your main points across in your interview and mastering interviews. Ideally, you want to think about in this step, what are 3 main points that you would like the viewers or listeners or readers, what would you like them to get out of this interview? Main points, and make sure you get those main points across in the interview section. Now, with radio TV, you have 3 to 5 minutes to get your point across. With print interviews, they can go 10, 20 minutes or so, depending if they're a feature story or not. But generally speaking, there's not a lot of time to get your message out. So you need to be very succinct with your media grabs. And with news, you've only got maybe 1 or 2 grabs. It's very, very short. They'll do 30 to 45 second segments generally for news, up to a minute sometimes. Okay, and then the E is then explode your impact. And exploding the impact is, what do you do once you get that publicity? How do you then make the most of that publicity? One thing you can do if you're getting interviewed on radio or on TV is get a photo with the reporters and share it on your social media. Make sure you tag the media outlets, thank them for the interview, as we did with Louise last week. Make sure you tag them and build those relationships with the media. Everything in life is built on relationships. So really work on building your media contacts, build those relationships. Look at how you can be of service to journalists who are incredibly busy and to media outlets, and they will absolutely love you for it when you come up with new ideas to pitch to them. The more you help them, the more they will help you. Okay, so there's my awesome steps to getting publicity. Now, I do have a free event coming up where I go into a hell of a lot more detail. I show a lot of examples, and I share from my 37 years media experience how you too can get publicity very easily with what you're doing. It's just knowing some of these insider secrets, and I'll be sharing them at my free publicity secrets workshop coming up on the 23rd of February. And it is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, free event. Just go to freeprssecrets.com to know more. I'd love you to join me there. It's going to be a fantastic group of people, as we always have. And I've had rave reviews from previous events I have done. You can see those on Google, on LinkedIn. So thank you so much to everyone who's attended so far. And people have attended my workshops and gone straight out and got publicity afterwards. So it really is a wonderful opportunity for you to market yourself. And the thing to remember too with publicity is, people are paying thousands of dollars for advertising. In fact, say a one-page magazine ad costs about $4,000. Free publicity is worth 3 to 8 times more than that in value. You've got 22 times more views of your media when it's an article or when a journalist has reported on you, as opposed to an ad. Okay, and this goes also for digital advertising. People are paying a ridiculous amount of money. The digital advertising as well generally is not getting great results for people. Test and measure for yourself, of course. Free publicity, of course, is a organic marketing strategy, very, very powerful. and a great way to get yourself out there. So the value of the publicity that you get is going to be huge when you get the free publicity, and it'll build your brand, your credibility, your authority like nothing else out there that I know of. Hello, Silas. Good to see you. Hello, and hello to everyone joining us live right now. Where are you joining us from? Just pop into the comments there. Where are you joining us from right now? What have you just got out of this video right now? These free publicity secrets that I've shared with you, my 7 awesome steps to gaining free publicity. What have you got out of that? If you would like to join me for my event, I'll just pop the link in here, freeprssecrets.com, freeprssecrets.com. There it is there. Okay, so that's just going to the chat. So love you to join me there. Thank you so much for watching today. I am going to be back at 3 o'clock this time, 3 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time next week as well, sharing some more free publicity secrets with you. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to Media Queen TV if you haven't already. Also, some other events I have coming up. We do regular mass media tribe events with different speakers around marketing. And we have Carmen Braidwood, who is a TV and radio reporter from Perth, who's going to be speaking on the 3rd of March, 6 to 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, about confidence on camera in business. So how to build your confidence on camera. Free event, 2 hours. We'll have giveaways, networking, etc. So love you to hop on there. Just go to the Mass Media Tribe group on Facebook. Join the group. You'll see in the events section the event listed there. Also, we have the Global Good News Challenge, a monthly challenge, Facebook Live challenge, where you just share your name, what you do, 3 things you're grateful for, and a piece of good news. And you do that every day for however many days the challenge goes for that month. And in March, it's from the 1st to the 3rd of March. And it's amazing how powerful you'll feel, how amazing you'll feel when you share gratitude on video with your people. It is really, really powerful. All details on that are on the Global Good News Challenge Facebook page. And if you follow me in Eventbrite, just go Aldwin Alternate Eventbrite and follow. Click the follow there. You'll get all our event updates. Okay, so love you to join me there as well. And check out freeprssecrets.com. If you want to reach out, have any questions, you can either pop them in the comments or just private message me wherever you're watching this right now. Also connect with me. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok. I'm on a whole lot of different media. So just search my name and you'll find me around the place. My other media website is also aaxpose.com. So you can check that one out as well. I'll pop that into the chat here. Thank you, Silas. Good to see you there. aaxpose.com. That's my other media website. You can have a look at that as well. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and you have a beautiful day or night wherever you are in the world. Remember to be the change you want to see in the world, as Gandhi says, and shine bright and light up all those around you. Here's spreading the love for you. Love and light, my sister. Thank you, Silas. Thank you very much. Love and light to you as well. Spreading love. Keep spreading the love. There is so much we can be grateful for every single day. It really is a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. One of my favorite songs. It is a wonderful world, and so much we can be grateful for. Even during COVID and all these things we can't control, there's lots you can control, and there's lots we can be grateful for in this very short life that we have here on the planet. When you consider eternity and you consider how long our lives are, you know, it's just a very short journey. So here's to you making the most of it and living every day to the full, loving your life. Blessings, love from me. Mwah. We'll see you again soon. Bye for now.